Um, that's great. You guys, I lost all my hard work that I worked on. I had a intro, and when my laptop restarted, the intro did not work. I had talked to my coach about this, and he said, like, he's like, try to make it as well presented as you always do. And I tried that, but I guess I believe things happen for a reason. And I think I'm just supposed to go off the cuff on this one. And just share with you what's happened, and ask for your forgiveness from all of this. You guys, from my heart to you, I am so sorry that I brought this person into your lives and asked for you guys to subscribe to him. I didn't know the full story, and that is my fault. And I'm here tonight just to tell you the story and ask for your forgiveness and just go from there. Yes, Jay is the guy that I had on for the Watts case. I'm going to take you through the story, and just go from there. So Jay is a fraud. Jay is not who Jay said he was. Jay is Jeffrey Russell Sutton. And I'm going to start sharing my screen with you and try to do this. You guys, I'm very upset about this. It has triggered my post-traumatic stress, and my panic attacks are coming back. So I'm going to do my best here. I know it's so annoying when somebody sits and cries and you can't understand them. But I'm that person that goes into octaves that you can't understand when I cry. So I wanted to show you, I wanted to be on the screen, but I just can't do that because I've been crying for 3 days. It's you guys that I'm crying about because I unleashed him on you. And it's those poor babies, the victims. And when I say babies, I mean babies, not children, babies. So I will share everything with you guys. There are other channels that have been talking about him for years now. And I guess he mass reports these channels. And I'm worried about that. But I'm here to tell you that I am not here to send hate or any of you guys over to his channel to send hate. I'm only here to tell you who he is. And you guys can have the opportunity to choose if you want to support him or not. I am not telling you anything what to do. I'm only telling you the truth and what's already out there on the internet. So let me get back to sharing my screen. Also, all of the money that was earned in these lives and videos that I have with him, I will be donating to a charity, and I'll show you what charity that is in a minute. Okay. So this is Jay. And it's the Florida Department of Law Enforcement S offender predator file. And so this is who we will be talking about tonight. I'll be sharing all of his channels. He has a few channels. So I will be sharing, well, I mean, I know of 2 of his channels, and I'll be sharing those. But first, I want to share this. These are all my opinions and my views. And so, please, no hate. We're going to take a look and see what old Prissy Pooh's life's about. What do you think his life is like in 2024? Well, I've got a co-collaborator here tonight, and his name's Jay, and he's from the Inside Out Network, and he happens to be an ex-convict who talks about prison reform. So he knows a little something about what's going on in Chris's life today. So, our network is here. Hi, Jay.
How you doing, ma'am? How you doing?
I'm doing well. I haven't actually. Okay, so if you were wondering who it is I am talking about, yes, Junebug is like being extra naughty today. Get away from there. Go. Go. He's being extra naughty today. So that is the person that I'm talking about. Sorry, I'm all mixed up because I had a whole thing and I lost it. So I wanted this to be smoother, but I guess it is what it is. And so that is who I am talking about. Let me get all the thing. And so we did that live, and then I created that live. I edited it down into that video. So what we're seeing right now is a video that I did when Jay and I first collabed in January, and that was our first video that we ever did. And this video did very well. I mean, it was doing so well that like my coach was doing field goals in the videos that he was sending me, because in the click-through rate, it was so high that like it wasn't even on the list of like what was excellent, you know, like a percentage of click-through rate, 10% is excellent, and I was getting 13%. So I mean, we were pretty excited about it. I was really excited about it. And then this happened. Let me arrange my screen so I can make it bigger for you guys. I am worried because I don't know what I'm saying and if I've said this already, but it is said on one of the lives that I'm going to share with you that he instructs his followers to mass report people. And I expect that to happen. And I don't know if I'm going to lose my channel or not. But 1.6K of you are subscribed to him. And none of you were subscribed to him before this. And so I have to tell you guys and just go from there. Okay, okay, Ginny. I'm sorry. Okay. Let me stop it. I've been crying and I can't even read it. Okay, so for whatever reason, something's going on with my laptop now. I'm doing weird things because I'm upset. Okay. You know, I'm going to go in here and read it this way. Okay. So a guy named Janky Man came out in my comments of that video and said, Jeffrey Sutton, not good. And then he put the link that I showed you. And then he said, this one just breaks me. Parawoman, next time you have a guest on your show, make sure it isn't an S offender. I knew right when he said attempted robbery, he had did prison time. I knew he was lying. Put his real name in YouTube, compliment of masshole. We'll be watching parts of that video. She had him on last year to explain himself, and I'll let you hear his explanation. He was in here before the live started, and I blocked him, or I put him in a timeout. I don't know if he's going to send people this over here, but just ignore if it gets um, if it gets kind of weird. So let me. This is the channel that I know him from. It's from the Inside Out Network, LLC. But he has another channel as well. And it's the Independent First Amendment Auditor. And that's the channel that everybody, like, they knew him as, and they went after him in this channel. And then he went away and he came back with the Inside Out Network. I have the videos and the lives that I did with him, I have made private for now. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I'm not going to get rid of them because I might need them later for something, for proof of, I don't know, anything. So I'm not getting rid of them. He was emailing me from an address, and I didn't save, like, I didn't think I needed to go into my Gmail and save those emails but he has done something to that email and it's made all those emails disappear. But he had the nerve to email me after he knew, like, I haven't said a word to him, and I don't feel like I need to say a word to him because he said all I need to know on here, because he's gone through this before with this Independent First Auditing channel. So we will be hearing from Jay, but it will be in Jay's words, but he's not going to be on today he's going to be telling his story, but he's going to be telling his story in his own words. So I feel like I need to show you guys this. I want to show you. Hold on. I've got to present a different file. Hold on. I want to show you in my own words what I said to him, in my own words, how I felt about child S offenders. Let me see which one it is. Here it is.
Put a link. I'll get a link from you, and if you're interested in buying a hat, I'll link it, and you guys can go over and check it out.
Yeah, the hat has the title on the top. It says, "Let's make child killers afraid again." That's what it says.
Yes.
Okay.
When I talk about prison reform, I'm also talking about reform inside the prisons. I'm not just talking about letting prisoners out. I'm talking about reform inside the prisons. You know, like people, I say that, and a lot of times are people like, yeah, but then you're going to let killers out. I'm talking about prison reform as a whole. Everything.
I get that all the time since I started doing this. How come you're reforming these people when they did bad things? Well, again, if they're fixed and if they being, mentally, what's the word? There's a word. I just had a brain fart. Anyways, if they're ready for the outside world, then you can't deny them that. If they are not going to be the same person they were when they got in trouble, then we shouldn't have nothing to worry about. People do change. People do, what they can. And what did Angela say here? Yes.
Oh, okay. She said yes to the link. Okay, great, okay. Angela. I think
Thank
too.
You, Thank you, Angela.
I guess I'm not so much like. I don't know if I'll get in trouble for saying this.
Well, let me see if I.
But I'm going to say this. I feel like people that sexually harm children shouldn't be let out. I don't believe they deserve to be let out. But people who make mistakes,
right? I get that.
Like OUI, unaliving somebody, that kind of thing. I think, and also there is a place in Florida that I think they have been releasing people into a community, and I think they're trying to do what you said about castrating them and doing all that stuff.
That doesn't work. That doesn't work. I got so much juicy details on that too. That doesn't work.
Oh, okay.
They're attacking the wrong organs. There's another organ that I don't think a lot of people obviously know. It's called the pineal gland. It's in your brain. It's in males. Males have the pineal gland, and it produces testosterone levels too, not just the testicles. Without trying to be all gross and weird, but there's more to it than that. And we're not fighting what causes this in the first place. We're going after the wrong body parts. Oh. That's just where I'm at with it. I'm going to go ahead and find that domain.
That is proof that our minds are like our biggest organ. Yeah. I mean, it makes us do a lot of stuff.
I'm going to get the link here in just a second. Just bear with me. I'm going to send that to you. That way I'll put it in the chat if it's allowed, and they can go to that link right now. Just bear with me for a second.
Okay. So guys, I hope that you've liked this first part, and I hope that you'll come back for the second part. It really has been eye-opening and shocking to me that this was all happening in and around the time that Chris Watts was at the jail. And so I can see in a way why he would be
saddened that
So you can see right there that he was very nervous. We were trying to share a link and I took it as that, but looking back at everything now with the goggles off, the blinders, or I don't know what it was. My background is in sociology and psychology, and I was a social worker for many years. And my first experience out of the gate, I was a foster care social worker for foster care kids. And I was like 23 years old, and it was the Detroit metro area. So like I was 23-year-old going out into the Jeffries projects, doing this work that I thought was so important. And that was where I learned of the horrors that people commit upon children. I'm sorry to say I only lasted maybe 2 years doing that. And I have to tell you that all of those babies' faces are back in my head again. And then the ones that were victimized from him, allegedly. He says it's allegedly. I mean, is it alleged when you're convicted? I don't know. Anyway, I think and my heart and soul is broken. And then I think about you guys and what trust I've probably lost all of your trust, or maybe like became a laughing stock. I don't want my name attached to this. So, anyway, going on. Moving on. I want you to see that there are other channels that are showing him, and quite a few. Mass Hole is the one that will be one of the ones we'll be watching, but you can see that there's channels reporting him, trying to get him off the internet. And if you do a search, like just put his name into a normal search, he comes up. And so I don't need to show you any of that.
Proof that our minds are
Okay,
like
going back, I'm going to take you to a channel. So a year ago, this channel called, and I will be putting all the links in the comments or in the description. So if you want to go look at any of this yourself, you can. But it was a channel by the name of Mass Hole Troll Mafia Official. And they invited him on a year ago. This was regarding his independent auditor channel, not the Inside Out network. I think he abandoned the Mass Auditor and then went to the Inside Out network after this all happened. But I want you to see a little bit of this. And then we'll go over to the Mass Hole channel, and I'll show you a little bit about that. Just trying to cue it up.
also
Did it come up? I put it there.
it's like really long.
Yeah, it's a link for my bonfire store.
He was very, very preoccupied with getting that link up. He was selling these hats that said "Stop Child KILLERS." He has a hat that he's selling, not child predators. The other one.
It's
I don't know how to do links, but I will put the link in the description, Jay, and then all they have to do is click it. I always in the description.
I'm not quite sure how YouTube will label it.
I don't know. Somebody might want to record this live itself, because I don't know if he's going to be able to get it taken down. I'm not sure what's legal and what's not legal. I'm just trying to tell you the facts of what's out there. And you can decide what you want to do from there. I'm not telling you to do anything.
But I will be posting the outcome either way in the description. This auditor also likes to strike channels who expose him, or in my case, re-expose him. For those two reasons, this video will be partially censored, but I believe the heart of it will remain. For a full, raw, and unedited version of his interview, I have linked Kate's interview below. Alright, here's the man that goes by Independent First Amendment Auditor.
All right, as you guys can see, I'm back doing my thing. As you guys can see, I do apologize for my long absence on this channel. I know a lot of you are probably glad I wasn't doing any uploading or being up on this channel at all, and some of you were pretty happy about that. But I also understand that some of you were kind of saddened that I stopped doing this.
At first, I was going to call BS that anyone was actually sad that he went away, but to my dismay, the very next clip may prove otherwise.
So, but again, before I get to the video, let me go ahead and show you my new gear that was helped to purchase. Basically, I had supporters buy me some new equipment so I can go out and do these audits and stick up for our constitutional rights. So here's the new piece of equipment that I want to show you guys real quick. So hold on a second.
I want to tell you that he takes this equipment that's been donated to him and he goes to Child Protective Services and mass audits them.
All right, here's the bad boy right here, all in its glory.
This is just another reason this video needed to be made, as there seem to be supporters of his who are unaware of his past. Okay, let's quickly transition to his ridiculous audit.
All right, guys, I'm back. As you guys can see, I'm over here at the United States Courthouse here in downtown Pensacola.
How can we help you, sir?
How you doing, boss? How you doing? Just checking the place out.
You're not
been-
recording, are you?
What's that?
It's inappropriate to be recording. You're not recording, are you?
Oh, this is the lobby, right?
It's federal courthouse, yes.
Oh, I realize that.
Okay.
I mean, is this a public area right here?
Are you trying to find a specific place?
Oh no, I've never been in here.
Oh, okay.
I've never seen the place before, so that's why I wanted to check it out. Here comes trouble. Is that okay? Wow, this is nice. So we can't go past that, is what you're saying.
I think it's supposed to be in here at all.
Why is that? So here comes trouble.
Sir, you're not allowed to videotape the courthouse
Why is that, sir?
because you're not allowed to. You're going to have to leave with that.
Step outside, sir.
Go ahead. Step out. We'll talk about it out here.
Isn't this his lobby?
Step outside. He'll
Is
talk.
it?
Yep,
Wait,
sorry,
wait, wait,
step
wait.
outside.
Isn't this the
Sir,
lobby?
if you'll step outside.
Step outside.
The man's directing you outside.
This is the lobby, right?
Sir,
Step outside.
Step outside.
I know what it is.
So I'm going to stop this right now and I'm going to tell you that yes, this is the guy that was on talking about Chris Watts. Yes. This is the guy that I recommended 1.6K of you to go over and subscribe. And I'm telling you this today. I don't know if my channel is going to be around because I know he does things. He has people attack. But I have to tell you guys because I love and care about you too much to not tell you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I walked out freely under my own free will. I didn't get pushed out, told to go out or whatever. I walked out on my own free will. So if you want to call that the walk of shame or whatever it is that you guys use nowadays,
No,
you need to
I'm
watch the
sorry.
video again. I walked out
So sorry.
on my own power. Enough said.
You may notice his narcissistic tendencies throughout this video. He
No, it's
reiterates
not
throughout this
that.
entire interaction that he
It's
was in
not
control.
even that. It's that I feel like I betrayed you guys. You don't understand. I thought he was a friend, yes, and that feels awful. But what I feel the worst about is that I betrayed you guys. I betrayed those babies. That's what I feel awful about.
The situation the entire time, that he didn't do the walk of shame, that he simply chose to walk out on his own. His arrogance, grandiosity, and fantasy
And I can't say sorry enough. I'm so sorry, you guys.
of power all fit the mold for a narcissist. You will notice this in the interview with Kate as well.
You're trying to be on camera for social media and everything like that.
No, this is a freedom of right.
In the camera, you're not allowed to. I apologize. Inside the building, you're not allowed to videotape. So coming into the building itself, the area here is public because you're outside.
I understand.
But once you go through this building, you're subject to a.
Wrong. For all you naysayers, for all you bootlickers, for all you
It's actually, he's wrong. It's a federal building. It's not a state building.
clowns, for every one of you that agree with this prick, understand this. Where we're standing, yes, absolutely. We are in a public area. But where I was standing too, inside the courthouse public lobby, I'm also allowed to be there too as well.
Lobby. So once you come into the building, policy states that you are subject to being screened. So if you want
that photography is mostly forbidden in federal courthouses without meeting certain conditions set forth previously. Let's move on to his interview with Kate. Just a warning before continuing, the topic you're about to listen to will be disturbing.
So the interview with Kate is the interview he did with Masshole. Kate is Masshole.
So you were arrested on January 9th for robbery in the first degree and criminal impersonation for an event that occurred on January 7th, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. So when you were arrested, your vehicle containing a laptop was seized at the time. Okay?
Yes.
During the course of the robbery investigation, Detective Beerley obtained a search warrant for the defendant's computer to search for evidence related to the robbery. Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
The computer was sent to Lakewood Police Department for a forensic investigation.
Yes.
So what Kate is doing is reading how the police came to know that he was a predator.
Rather. On January 26th, 2009, Detective Sale. So now it's gone from Detective Byerly to Detective Sale. All right, so he begins the forensic examination of the computer, and he reports that as he narrowed the search, he almost immediately located what appeared to be pornography.
For a little more context to the initial arrest, he was driving around in what looked like an older model police vehicle while wearing a security guard uniform. He would eventually be arrested for a robbery involving a purse while impersonating a police officer. Upon looking for
It's more than that. He was these were the alleged charges that he was driving around in a used police cruiser with a security guard uniform, got out of the car, and allegedly went up to the woman's window, punched her in the face, and took her purse. And then they found him. And when they found him, they got his laptop. And in doing the search of the laptop, there were photos of babies. Babies. I'm not talking on like kids are babies, but actual babies with men's genitalia.
evidence on his laptop, multiple images and websites were found containing CP.
Okay, so these are your own statements here. All right, so an officer met with you at the Pierce County Jail on 6/29/2010. You were dressed in proper jail attire, was friendly, and made an attempt to answer all questions. You asked to identify any inconsistencies in the declaration for probable cause, and you were informed that you didn't have to answer any of the questions if you may be uncomfortable with them. All right, so 2 days after seeing his father, he was arrested for robbery in the first degree and criminal impersonation. He stated he knows the arrest was based on information his father had passed on to the police.
That's right.
Okay. He said that he has laptop, computer, and in the car, which he took to work with him to watch movies when things became boring and slow on the job. Okay, so he said the next thing he knew, he was charged with pornography that was found on his computer. Mr. Sutton adamantly denied ever downloading or accepting any pornography and keeping these images on his computer.
The majority of the narrative from the detective here was about the robbery and getting the probable cause warrant to search this computer. Even though we learn he would later plead guilty to these charges that landed him on the offender's registry, you'll soon see that he has not one, not two, but 6 different excuses as to how these images were found on his personal computer.
He does have a lot of excuses, so here we go.
So, and of course, I got lied to by the prosecution and then the attorney I had. They didn't do their jobs. They failed miserably. So I would.
People don't have to be rocket scientists for me to work with them. People can have weird quirks and I can still work with them. I think it's my background. Not everybody is the same. And so I'm very open-minded.
guess I'm really stupid too. And so, yeah, he could have been like, yeah, I thought he was okay. I thought he was just a little different. I mean, and I truly believe in prison reform, but not them. I don't believe that they can change. I don't.
Forced to take a plea.
Narcissists hate taking responsibility for their own actions as they see that as a weakness.
I might be emailing you because we email back and forth, this channel and I, and we kind of share our successes and our nuts. I didn't share this with you because I've been crying about this for 3 days. But I did talk to Angela from Angela's Aging Essentials. She's the person that I do the lives with, the skincare and suspects, because I needed to tell somebody, and I told my coach too. But here we go. These are the excuses that he has of why this stuff was on his laptop. The first was that it was a bought laptop. He bought it off Craigslist. That was the first one. But then Kate did the research, and the stuff was put up on the laptop 3 months after he bought it. So then they go through this whole thing about airdropping, and back then I don't think airdropping was a thing, but we'll get into it.
I don't know if you have it in front of you, but the information that came off that hard drive was a Toshiba hard drive. I did remember that. And what gets me is, why is a Toshiba hard drive inside of a Dell laptop? When I had looked it up, when Dell makes their computers, they put Dell hard drives in there. It says right on the hard drive, Dell.
This is him clearly reaching for any excuse that may stick. Dell's hard drives come from manufacturers like Toshiba, Seagate, Hitachi, and I'm sure others as well. Again, this was him looking to point the finger at anyone other than himself.
I want you to understand that report that you have on your screen right now, this was not
He bought it off of Craigslist, he says. So it wasn't factory reset, but the material was uploaded to the laptop 3 months after he bought it. So he had owned the laptop for 3 months, and then it was uploaded. And then he tried to say like it was airdropped or something, but then they discounted that too. You'll see, and because airdropping wasn't a thing, you can't airdrop onto people's laptops. And I think this happened. I don't know when this happened. I think it was 2011 or 2009. I don't remember.
Recorded or video recorded in a
I've had a really hard time even listening to him. I've been looking at him. Even going through this stuff has been very hard. I can't stop myself from shaking, and that means that a panic attack is near. So I'm just going to try to plow through this, you guys.
interrogation room. Just so you know, this was done without my attorney, and all of this that I supposedly said, there's no record of me saying it except what you see right there. So keep in mind, cops lie. They can put anything they want in a report and say what they want.
Call me skeptical, but I don't think either one of those claims are true, unless he spoke to these detectives knowing he had access to an attorney if wanted or needed.
Yeah, how it started was I bought this computer off of Craigslist, and my dumbass didn't wipe it before I bought it. So I ended up paying the price for somebody else's mistake.
They actually did forensically examine this computer, correct?
Yes, they did.
And they determined that those images were purchased, or not purchased, but downloaded 3 months after when you stated to have bought the computer, correct?
What, the date and time and stuff? Is that what you mean?
Yep, the metadata on the photos, on the images.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're up here stating that you purchased the computer and that it must have been the person you purchased it from, but we can both agree that it was forensically examined, and they determined that the images were downloaded 3 months after when you stated that you purchased the computer, correct? That's what you just said. Yeah. Okay. You acknowledged twice now that the images were downloaded 3 months after you purchased the computer. So how did that happen?
Again, I don't know. I don't have an answer for you on that.
Before he did this interview with Kate, he had hopped on multiple panels with the excuse that the images were on there before he had purchased his laptop on Craigslist. Kate debunked this with the police report stating the images were put on there after the date of purchase.
So in order to share files and folders, and I'm going to show this so that full transparency, because I like to show my work. So in order to share files with you, that person would have had to have your user account and password.
Okay.
Did you give out your user account and password to people that may be driving by with?
I do not know. It might have been open. I don't know how that works. You got to understand, I didn't know enough about computers then.
Well, no, I'm looking right here, and it's saying that you would have to have a user account and password in order to access file shared.
His claim about the images being put on his computer wirelessly by some random unknown person was quickly shot down by Kate with simple logic and facts.
Then we go on to the next possibility, which you've expressed, which is that the police put it on there. So do you think that's a possibility?
I don't trust police with a 9-foot pole. So yeah, that could be a possibility.
Okay, so why do you think they would do that?
Why do police do what they do? I have no idea.
So why would they plant on your computer?
Well, again, I don't know how to answer that question because honestly, I don't know how to answer that question, but they can do it. They've been there's cases on it. So
you'll notice every time he's hit with a logical question, he simply says he doesn't know how to explain it. Or he says, quote, they can do it, they've been doing it, there's cases on it, so, unquote. So that means the cops just picked you out randomly and snuck these images on your laptop? It doesn't make sense, and that's why he's flailing about. So after Kate meticulously tore apart each and every excuse he had, the crew on the panel finally decided to drop the hammer.
Yeah, at this point, there's only one answer, and it's the simplest one.
Yeah, because
It was him.
You can throw everything at the wall and see if something sticks. You're perfectly, and we tried to do that for an hour now, and nothing sticks, Jeff. Nothing sticks. You can't produce any plausible explanations for this. You don't dispute that the images existed, and every single thing that's found here is linked back to you.
okay.
Yeah, he's simply out of excuses. So finally he agrees that every single image pulled off his laptop was linked directly to him, not the calls from any of these 6 previous excuses.
I've been deleted on Facebook multiple times.
That was
What for?
Because you're
Okay, and
I think my jaw literally dropped when this happened. Not only did he agree with
Sorry, guys. I tried to mute it because Junie was right into the microphone, but I'm going to let it happen. Anyway, did you guys hear what happened there right here? I'm going to play it again. Just listen.
So that means the cops just picked you out randomly and snuck these images on
All
your
right, it went
laptop?
back a little bit
It doesn't
further
make
than I wanted it
sense.
to,
And
but
that's why he's flailing about.
just listen.
So after Kate meticulously tore apart each and every excuse he had, the crew on the panel finally decided to drop the hammer.
Yeah, at this point,
You
there's only one answer, and it's it's the simplest one.
Yeah, because
It was
honestly,
him.
you
It was
can
him.
throw everything at the wall and see if something sticks. You're perfectly, and we tried to do that for an hour now, and nothing sticks, Jeff. Nothing sticks. You can't produce any plausible explanations for this. You don't dispute that the images existed, and every single thing that's found here is linked back to you.
Okay.
Yeah, he's simply out of excuses. So finally he agrees that every single image pulled off his laptop was linked directly to him, not the calls from any of these 6 previous excuses.
I've been deleted on Facebook multiple times.
That was
What for?
Because you're
Okay, and
I think my
Okay. When I heard him say, okay, and I nearly fell on the floor. I mean, or I nearly vomited. Like I just have been walking around wanting I'm just so queasy. I'm just so sick to my stomach. I just want this to have never happened, but here it is. And so he says, okay, and I just
jaw literally dropped when this happened. Not only did he agree with Kate that all the images linked directly to him, he didn't dispute his predatory behavior when confronted by Shiz.
and you act like
Wow.
what? You're just cool. Oh
Wow.
my God.
Worst response.
Thank you.
Oh my
Thank
God.
you for that. No, that was perfect timing. Thank you for that.
Finally-
Everywhere,
finally
dude.
some
Why
truth.
would you do that? Like, God, like, I don't even know. Like, that is the worst answer I've ever heard. Like, no.
this is why I'm not asking him on. If he had not made any comments to anybody ever, I probably would have had him on and asked him these questions. But I don't need to do that because he's already done it. And so after this is done, after this live is done, I will no longer talk about Jay from the Inside Out Network.
In all honesty, it was probably time to end the interview here, but Kate gets him one more time before finally kicking off her show.
Oh my God, are you on TikTok? Jeff, are you on TikTok?
I can't hear you guys.
Are you on TikTok?
Are you on TikTok?
Okay. Answer the question. Are you on TikTok?
He is.
I'm
on
not going to answer
TikTok.
that.
That's a yes.
Holy fuck.
Or
Why are
minors.
you on TikTok? For what purpose?
I'm not going to answer that.
Oh my
Oh my God. Piece
Done
of
here.
shit.
We're done here. You are a
Yeah.
sick fuck. You are a sick fuck. We are done here.
I know Kate at Troll Mafia is seen as a polarizing figure within this space. Saying that, this was some of her best work. Every time this monster attempted to make a claim, Kate was prepared to debunk it every single time. A big shout out to Pete.
She did do a really good let me show you the interview that is in question.
I think
This is the interview. She had a panel of like four people. People were coming and going off of the panel. There was one guy on the panel in the very beginning that he fought with. And so Kate actually, I don't know if her name's Kate or Kay, but I think it's Kate, actually like asked the panelists that Jay was fighting with to leave so that they could like talk to Jay. And yeah, she goes through it. I will link this live if you are interested, and I will also link the rest of the live that we watched, but I'm going to move on. I'm going to show you some emails that I have from him. So let me make sure you can see. So this is you can see he unsubscribed or something happened, and I no longer have the emails from him. There are probably about, I don't know, because I had him on the show probably 4 times. So there were probably about 20 emails, I would say. And I think the very beginning emails, he told me his crime, but I can't show you what it is because of this. But I can show you that the emails that I still have that, I don't know, somehow these didn't get deleted. But so it all started last week when there was this guy, even before the guy that was posting the actual email, the actual post about him, his true offenses. There was this guy before that was saying that, you know, Jay only served 3 months in prison, wasn't really, you know, a true prisoner, didn't have the real experience. And, you know, it's just kind of like being a troll. And so he emails me and he says, "Hi, Amy, this is Jay from Inside Out Network. I hope this email finds you well. First off, I'm writing this email to you with all the love and respect I have for you. So please don't take it as disrespect from me, but I have a small concern regarding your recent video you posted. I don't know why this guy that's in the comment section needs to continue to assault my intelligence here, but what I have said up on your video is truth. My videos back it up. So if I may, what are you going to do about him? Because I'm thinking about calling him out on my channel and doing a show on him and to see what, if any, knowledge he has regarding CW and his prison experience." Now I think that means what, if any, knowledge he has of me being Jay/Jeff. What do you think? Let me know. Thanks. Warmly and respectfully, Jay. And then I replied, "Hi, Jay. I thought you would feel this way. Do you want me to try and arrange a show where I bring both of you on? I have a feeling he won't have as much to say if we spoke to him in an intelligent way. He's one of two things, wants attention. So if we give it to him in a negative way, he'll just run with the attention. And I feel like I worry this will happen with Jay because Jay likes any attention. Any and all attention is good for him. And he has said that on his page, but I must warn you about him. And then that's why after that, I will not speak about him again. But if we come at him in a positive way," I said, like, "tell us what you mean" type way, I think it could end positively. Or he's just someone that wants to drag others down and fight on the way. Also, if you want to just handle it on your channel, I understand. I do want to say this video is very popular. I'd say 90% of the people love you. There is always going to be one, sometimes two, a-holes that want to bring positive people down. I've got it happening to me. I was told I was an animal basically on my Sunday community post where I encouraged people not to give up and told them I believed and loved them. I blocked that person. That person was hate watching me. Anyway, I was just telling him that story that I realized that night that person is just hate watching me. I can do the same with this person. I can block them and we can see if he goes away. Let me know how you want to proceed. Remember, this was a really good video. Also, I finally got my first payment. What is your PayPal or Venmo? I think you gave it to me, but I don't remember where it is. Thanks, Jay. Don't let the little guys bring you down. You've got too much shining to do, my friend. It was a great video. So it looks like he's emailed me again. I can see here he's put a warning. It says, "Be careful, Amy, on your live. I didn't give you consent to put my real name or information out there." It's already out there. or to advertise my channel business name. Yes, you did, Jay. You were on my channel. You gave me consent. Everything I've been showing was on my channel or in another person's. I will strike your channel if you have any of that information up on your live. You've been warned. Jay Jeff from Inside Out Network. So Jay, of course, gave me his he of course gave me his link. I'm trying to find. Looks like he's deleted. Let me see. There's another email, and if he's deleted it, I've already saved it. So hold on one second, you guys. I'm gonna look for it real quick. Here it is. Hold on one second, you guys. I'm gonna add this to the stage, and then I'm going to read the email that he sent me. We were supposed to be doing a live on Monday, and I hadn't replied to him. I usually... Hey, hold on one second. I got to get June. He says, "Hi, Amy. I hope this email finds you doing well. Just wanted to reach out to you to see if we are still up for Monday's show or if anything has changed. Plus, are we still bringing the ignorant guy up on panel? Have you had any luck getting a hold of him? Look, I know there's a lot of crap going on with your recent video you posted. Congratulations, by the way, on your view count. That's amazing. However, after reading some of the very disrespectful comments about me and all the negativity on the video," and he doesn't go on, but there's a new paragraph. He says, "I'm going to ask you kindly to really look at the comments and do what you think is important. My real name is being put out there and I didn't give consent, and I'm assuming it's caused issues with you and your channel. I understand if you don't want to work or collaborate with me here anymore. However, I do have a right to a free speech, and no one is going to take that from me. I still do and always will have a major amount of respect for you and your channel/followers. If you by chance think I was lying about who I really am and my case, I'm not. There's some things I do not have to bring up or fully disclose. That's my right. However, I do have my court papers if you want to see them. I did get accused of a robbery and impersonation, but that's the one I did not bring up, is my computer crime. Now that the rabbit is out of the hat, I understand completely if you want nothing to do with me from this point on. Yes, Jay, I want nothing to do with you from this point on. Let me know what you like to do. If you decide to let me go from here, I'll respect that. Just know that it was an hour to be up on your show." I think he means honor. "I hope there is no hard feelings between us. Sorry for lying to you if you think I did. Get back to me in detail on what you want to do. Thanks for your time. Warmly, Jay." So you see there that he's threatening me while I'm online. I wanted to also share this with you. This was the channel that I like to go to where he found me. This is Marcy Marie, and they do a women's on the rec yard women's prison podcast, and they do it every Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday night. And he was in there, and I started talking to Marcy and commenting on the live, and he said we should work together. And that's how we did it. I did put search, I did search him, but how could I have ever gotten the right person when I didn't have the right name? So I'm going to wrap this up, but I am going to show you. Hold on one second. Any and everything that I've made from any and every live that I did with Jay, I'm going to be donating all of the super chats, all of the stickers, all of the money earned on the videos and the lives to the children of the night. This is Children of the Night is a privately funded nonprofit organization established in 1979 with the specific purpose to provide intervention to the lives of children who are actually exploited and vulnerable or involved in the 2 Ps. So I will be donating everything to that. I also want to split it in half and donate the other half. It's not a lot, you guys. It's about $150. But I will share all the money, and I will be transparent once I donate it and show you. But I've been watching this little elephant, Banny. She was hit by she was hit by a train, her and her mother. Her mother was killed, but Banny survived, and she can't stand and she can't walk. But these people are trying to bring life back into her legs. They are massaging her limbs and her body, and she's able to stand now. And she needs bottles. And so I would like to donate, and this gives me relief from feeling so awful about all of this when I watch things like this. So I want to split it in half and buy a few bottles for Banny. I don't even know if that's how you say it. It could be Bonnie. I don't know. But I will put the links to these 2 places if you want to donate on your own as well. I'm so sorry, you guys. I couldn't be more sorry. I'm hurt because I thought he was a friend. I am hurt by that, but I am more hurt that I brought him on the channel to you guys and those babies. So you guys, you mean the world to me, and I hope that you will forgive me. I promise to do better by you and inspect that people that come on the channel. I believe we all make mistakes. We do. We all make mistakes. I'm a very forgiving person, but I should have been given the choice. I should have been given that choice, especially with what I said to him on a live. I believe I should have been given that choice. Like those kids should have been given a choice. And I'm sorry I'm making this about me, because this is not about me, you guys. It is not about me. This is not about me. This is about my mistake. And I'm going to try to do better by you guys.
I don't know if my channel's going to be here tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen. But you guys have pulled me out of a rut. I've gone through a lot in the last 3 years. And I'm so grateful for you. And if nobody's told you this today, I'm going to tell you this. I love you. Bye, guys. I can't read your comments. I'm so sorry. I love you guys. Bye.